Houthi rebels are claiming that they targeted 2 Israeli ships in the Red Sea over the weekend, critical for how things are shipped around the world. You also have issues with the Panama Canal. So is this going to structurally change where tankers and ships go? For more, I want to bring in Lee Klaskow of Bloomberg Intelligence. He covers transportation and logistics. Lee, I know it's early days, but how do we think that the game could be structurally changed for how tankers and shippers move their products?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much of a change because the reality is it's a very efficient way to go through the Suez Canal. If you're bringing freight or commodities, whether it's crude products, consumer goods from Asia to the United States, to the Middle East, to Europe, it's it accounts, the Suez Canal accounts for about 12% of global trade and about 30% of containerized freight. So it's a major avenue in where ships go, and the alternative would be to go around the southern tip of Africa, which adds time and money to those routes. I mean, I think what you're going to see is an uptick in security to ensure that the ships that are traveling in that area are safe and they're not subject to being attacked by pirates, which, as you mentioned, has been on the uptick.
Lee, if we were to see a ship being significantly damaged, though, if we were to see an oil tanker spilling crude, for instance, as a result of a drone attack, how would that change the narrative? At the moment, the attacks have caused relatively little damage, and we are seeing drones being shot down by US and other naval vessels. If we were to see a ship being significantly damaged, would that change the narrative relatively quickly? We've seen in the past shipping routes have to kind of turn on a dime, and I'm wondering whether you think there's any kind of risk of that in this situation.
Well, I think that the players that are involved, the pirates, if you will, I mean, their number one goal is to make money, and you can't make money with damaged ships. So they want to attack a ship, control a ship, and then ransom the ship. And because not only is the ship worth a lot of money, but whatever the ship is carrying, whether it's crude oil or T-shirts, are worth a considerable amount of money. So that's the number one goal. It's not to necessarily damage or sink a ship. So I think that's something to consider when we're thinking about this. It's not like these ships are going to be sunk or hit a mine. Let's hope that doesn't happen. So I think there's a financial interest that these pirates have. Again, we've heard that some of them are the Houthi rebels, which are backed by Iran, and they're just trying to create more chaos in the region, kind of on the heels of the conflict between Israel and Hamas.
Lee, thanks for the update. Really appreciate it. Lee Klaskow joining us from Bloomberg Intelligence.